social integration struggles, the local perception often seen as wealthy foreigners, not returning children of the soil. If you present yourself like the rich American dude who has come back to Africa
to save the Africans.
Yeah, that's when they will look at you that way too. We hear a lot of people saying the return to Africa. People are going to Africa, especially among the diasporans in the US and other places. People are returning back to Africa. But it seems like we are also forgetting some of the things that affect people who try to do that. And we want to encourage people to continue to do that as well as even immigrants who are also thinking of settling back to the African continent, right? And some people who don't even come from Africa originally, who also want to go to Africa because it's the new gold mine. It has the youngest population in the world right now, very impressive purchasing power. So everybody's eye is on Africa, and some people actually have made a determination to go and settle there. Today we are going to be talking about something that we can do or help people out to really make the right return. The social integration struggles, the local perception often seen as wealthy foreigners, not returning children of the soil. You know, so that is what some of the natives may feel, you know, because, and again, it also depends on how you go living there.
Live your soul, and present your soul.
Yeah, if you present yourself like the rich American dude who has come back to Africa
to save the Africans.
Yeah, that's when they will look at you that way too, you know. But if you come like, oh, I've come home, you know, and I want to learn my roots, they will accept you for who you are. Not, you know, showing dollar bills to everything you want to do, let me tip you. Then you will not be, you know, seen as somebody really serious about returning to their soil, to their roots. But and that is when that will happen, right?
Yep.
And what's the next thing is that the expat bubble, right?
Yeah. So many returnees end up socializing only with other returnees. You know, so I think the video that we watched, the lady was saying she's not used to the natives because they have their, you know, the way of life in that country.
Cultural difference, right?
Cultural difference. So like they are used to the people that have lived in abroad and they have relocated. They are more comfortable with them. So if you do that, I think you will live like you are in the other land. But if you really want to learn, touch base with your soil, with your roots, you have to find ways and means to get to know the natives. Because there are some cities that have a lot of the returnees, and they easily click. You know, they easily come together naturally.
People, you meet people at the gyms. Yeah, you meet people at the entertainment places, the clubs,
the shopping
places,
and all that. They have the money to go to such places, so your chance of identifying them is very quick. You know, that can be something that can be helpful because they can give you ideas and tell you things that you are not aware of, you know, and slowly, maybe through them, you can try and learn from the natives as well.
Definitely. So the basic advice here is don't live in a bubble.
Right.
Don't plan to live in a bubble. Try to expand and make friends with the local people because that's how your stay can be better.
Right.
You save money in the long run because they know the places where you can get stuff cheap, right? They know the in and outs. And of course, connect with the other expats or other people who have moved down there so that you can also continue to enjoy your own Western culture. And, you know, lifestyle that you like, you know. You could do those things. Making sure that we do not just stick to one group. Let's move to the next one. The next challenge that you may find is what we call the language barriers, which is huge. We find things easy in the US because we, as you go to school, you are taught in the language of the West, depending on which African country you live in, either French, English, or Portuguese, right? And so most Africans...
No Spanish over there, right?
No Spanish. Most Africans, you know, or African students or migrants would speak either English, French, or Portuguese. And so we are able to adapt to the West, you know. But when a Western person comes to Africa, or African Americans in the diaspora return, if you are going to a place where they don't speak your language, it becomes a little bit of a problem. For example, if you are from Jamaica and you move to Mozambique, I think Mozambique, they speak Portuguese, the official language at least, right? Or you move to the Ivory Coast, where French is the official language, then you're going to struggle a little bit because you cannot communicate as well. But if you do your homework well, and you're moving from an English-speaking Western country, then you move to an English-speaking African country, the language barrier will still be there among people who have not gone through the formal education system, because they haven't adapted the English language. Because remember, it's a foreign man's language that they have adapted. If they don't go to school, then they will only speak in their local dialect, which will present as a challenge for you. But at least you still find people there who have gone to school, whom you can easily communicate. You know, so that is the nuances in the language barriers. But I think that is easy, again, if you do your homework well and you move to a place where the language, the official language, aligns with where you are coming from. It makes it easier. What do you think?
I remember somebody said that they did their homework very well before they visited Ghana, right? And when they went there, they couldn't find anybody to communicate with, because they forgot about, though they speak English, sometimes the accent is so thick.
It's different,
It's different, and sometimes the choice of words is so different that the communication can be a little problem. So sometimes you will find an English-speaking country, all right, but if you don't get to meet the people that have gone to school, a little higher education, and you go, people around there will try and speak the English, but maybe you'll find difficulty communicating. So that can be something that you can also consider when you travel. It's good to have somebody who knows in and out, you know, to work with, so that person can really help you maneuver your way around. And that can limit your connection, because you want to connect. But if there is no communication, that can limit it. But we have some people that are readily, they just learn the language just like that. So some people will just go from the start and go to class, school, and learn the native language. And that can also go a long way as you live in that area, for sure.
And surprisingly, our daughter went to UPenn, right? And she took a language class
that we speak at home.
That we speak back home at the University of Pennsylvania, believe it or not. And so, again, if you want to learn, you can even learn before you move.
You go.
I'm not saying go to a university to learn the language, but these days with YouTube and with the internet, you can do your homework and know a lot of the basics of the language. Some of the languages are very simple, and connect with people who are from where you're going, who are already here with you, and learn more. So by the time you go, you get the easy ones down. And as you live there, it comes quick, because most of the people who are living around you are speaking it. So don't let that be a trap, as we say. It could be fun, you know. I mean, we know people who have moved to Germany and had not heard any word in German, and they had to learn to live there and work and make life, and they did it. So if you are lucky to move to a place where, and I hear the German language is very tough. So if you move to an English-speaking African country, even though you may find a little difficulty, people who haven't gone to school may not speak it, you'll still be able to maneuver. And especially if you live in the city, it's easy, because we have all the, higher class educated people in the city. So it shouldn't be that bad. But we just want you to know that for some people, it can become a trap. Some people get easily frustrated if they cannot understand you. So so that is something. But hey, you know, there's an AI device that is actually translating languages right now.
Technology nowadays.
Right from you speak and they listen and they interpret to them. But I don't know if they have any of the African languages yet, but
it's
with time,
coming. I think
it will come. So it shouldn't be a problem.